Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering that life isn't random. What if your thoughts, your words, and even the conversations you have with yourself are quietly shaping the opportunities, relationships, and results you experience every single day? Now, imagine someone explained this idea nearly a century ago, long before social media, motivational speakers, or the modern manifestation movement existed. Today's book, The Game of Life and How to Play It, by Florence Scovel Shinn, presents a simple but powerful philosophy. Life works like a game. Every game has rules, and those who understand the rules usually win. Whether you agree with every idea or not, this book has inspired millions of readers and influenced countless personal development authors. So let's break down the biggest lessons and see what we can actually apply in real life. The central message of the book is surprisingly simple. According to Shinn, life doesn't begin with circumstances, it begins with mindset. She argues that before anything appears in the outside world, it first takes shape in your thoughts, beliefs, expectations, and emotions. If your mind is constantly focused on fear, failure, and disappointment, you'll naturally notice more situations that reinforce those feelings. But if you deliberately train yourself to focus on possibility, gratitude, and confidence, you'll begin making different choices, noticing new opportunities, and responding to challenges more effectively. In modern psychology, this connects with ideas like mindset, self-belief, and selective attention. The lesson isn't to ignore reality. It's to recognize that the way you interpret reality influences the actions you take, and those actions shape your future. Have you ever caught yourself saying things like, "I'm always unlucky. Nothing ever works out for me. I'll probably fail anyway"? Most people treat these as harmless expressions. Shinn believed they're much more important than that. She encouraged people to pay close attention to the words they repeat every day, because repeated language reinforces repeated beliefs. Think about it. If you tell yourself you're incapable hundreds of times every year, eventually your brain starts accepting it as truth. On the other hand, replacing destructive self-talk with constructive language can gradually change your confidence and your behavior. The words you speak become the stories you believe, and the stories you believe become the life you create. Fear is one of the biggest themes throughout the book. Shinn believed fear keeps people trapped, not because fear magically creates bad events, but because fear often leads to hesitation, stress, poor decisions, and missed opportunities. Imagine two people facing the exact same challenge. One focuses only on everything that could go wrong. The other calmly searches for solutions. Who is more likely to succeed? Usually, it's the second person. Confidence doesn't guarantee success, but fear almost guarantees that you'll never perform at your best. The book encourages replacing constant worry with trust, patience, and constructive action. When your mind becomes calmer, your decisions usually become better as well. One of the most practical lessons in the book is this: the harder you mentally fight every unpleasant situation, the more emotional energy you give it. We've all experienced this. The more you replay an argument in your head, the angrier you become. The more you obsess over a mistake, the harder it becomes to move forward. Instead of constantly resisting reality, Shinn encourages acceptance first. Not giving up, not surrendering, simply accepting where you are before deciding what to do next. Acceptance clears the mind. A clear mind makes better decisions, and better decisions create better results. One of the simplest habits recommended throughout the book is gratitude. Gratitude doesn't magically remove problems, but it changes what your mind notices. When you constantly focus on what's missing, nothing ever feels enough. When you regularly appreciate what you already have, your perspective shifts from scarcity to abundance. And people who think with abundance often become more confident, generous, creative, and resilient. Gratitude may not solve every problem, but it often changes the person facing the problem. And sometimes that's exactly where real change begins. Nearly 100 years after it was first published, The Game of Life and How to Play It continues to inspire readers because its central message is timeless. Watch your thoughts. Choose your words carefully. Replace fear with courage. Practice gratitude. Forgive more often. And focus your attention on the future you actually want to build. Whether you see these ideas as spiritual principles or practical psychology, they all point toward the same conclusion. The quality of your inner life has a powerful influence on the quality of your outer life. If you enjoyed this book summary, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments which book you'd like me to summarize next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.